At the start of every new year, it's at the start of every new year, I like to take some time to reflect. It's a way to evaluate where I am, where I've been, and where I want to go. There's something about the fresh beginning of a new year that makes it the perfect moment to pause, look inward, and realign the path that I want to go down. Self reflection is like looking into a mirror, but instead of seeing your face, you see your thoughts and feelings. It's when you stop for a moment to think about what's happening inside you and not just what's going on around you. Think about a lake early in the morning. When the water's still, it shows everything clearly, the trees, the sky, and the clouds. But later in the day, you can't see anything clearly anymore. Your mind works the same way. When things are calm, we can really see and understand ourselves. When everything's busy and everything feels busy around us and noisy, it's harder to think clearly. Taking even a few minutes to reflect can help bring clarity and direction. It's not always easy. Sitting quietly with your own thoughts can feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but every time you try, you get a little stronger. And as we go on, we'll explore why reflection is so powerful, why it's hard, and how to make it a meaningful part of your life. When we talk about self reflection, it isn't just thinking about things. You really want to try to understand them. It's how we figure out what's going on and what's going well and what's not going so well, and how we can make our lives better. Without it, life can feel like running as fast as you can without even knowing where you're going. Well, when we take some time to reflect, you start to notice things. You start to see what's working and what needs to change. You realize that something you do every day isn't really doing you any good. Or maybe you find out that you're really good at something and you didn't even notice that before. Reflection helps you see what's important in your life. It's also how we learn from our mistakes. Life is full of lessons, but if you don't stop to think about them, you might miss the chance to learn and grow. Even the hard stuff in life can teach you something that makes you stronger. Self reflection isn't just about looking back, it helps you understand what you're feeling right now and what you want to do next. When you know yourself better, it's easier to make good choices, get a game plan, and feel more sure about your path. Think of self reflection as a way to help yourself grow. It's not about being perfect, it's about being honest with yourself, seeing where you are and seeing what needs to change to take the next step forward. Self reflection sounds simple, but it's not always easy. Sometimes life feels too busy and finding a quiet moment seems impossible. Other times it's hard because being honest with yourself can feel uncomfortable. But these challenges don't have to stop you. One of the biggest barriers is distractions. Phones, TV, and endless to do lists can make it hard to focus. It's easy to stay busy instead of slowing down. But when you take just a few minutes to step away from the noise, you can create space to think clearly. Another challenge is being too hard on yourself. Sometimes when you look back, all you see are mistakes, and this can make self-reflection feel more like criticism than growth. But it's important to be kind to yourself. Remember, reflection isn't about judging yourself; it's about learning and improving. And finally, it can feel strange or even scary to sit quietly with your thoughts. We're not used to it. It might feel boring or uncomfortable at first, but like anything else, it gets easier the more you practice. And every time you reflect, you'll find it helps you understand yourself a little bit better. Overcoming these barriers starts with small steps. Turn off distractions for a few minutes and remind yourself to be patient and trust the process. The more you try, the more natural it will feel. And with each step forward, you'll find self reflection becoming a powerful part of your life. Self reflection works best when you have simple tools to guide you, especially when you look back on an entire year. You don't need anything fancy, just some time, a way to organize your thoughts, and a willingness to be patient with yourself and honest with yourself. Here are some ideas to help you reflect on the past year and prepare for the next one. One of the best ways is to start a journal and think about the key moments from the year, both the highs and the lows, and write down what you're proud of, what you learned, and what you'd like to improve. You can use questions like, what was my biggest success this year? Or what challenges helped me grow? Those will help you to guide your thoughts. Another technique is creating a timeline of your year. On a piece of paper or in a digital app, list the major events or milestones from the past 12 months. Seeing everything laid out can help you spot patterns and understand the bigger picture of your growth. If journaling or timelines aren't your thing, consider reflecting through conversations. Talk with a close friend or a family member about what the past year has taught you. Sometimes hearing your thoughts out loud or getting someone else's perspective can help you see things in a new way. The key to yearly reflection is taking time to focus on what matters most, whether it's through writing, talking, or even creating something visual like a vision board. The goal is to learn from the past and feel ready for what's next. Yearly reflection is more than just a one-time activity. It can become a meaningful tradition that sets the tone for each year. And here's how to make it a part of your life. Start by choosing a specific day or time for your yearly reflection. The start of January is a natural fit, but it could also be your birthday, an anniversary, or any day that feels significant to you. Mark it on your calendar as your personal reflection day and treat it like an important appointment. Set aside a quiet moment to look back on the past year and use tools to help you to document, or even a calendar to jog your memory about key events. Reflect on what you're proud of, what you learned, and where you'd like to grow. To make it even more powerful, combine reflection with goal setting. After looking back, think about the year ahead. What do you want to reflect on and focus on? What habits or goals would you like to carry forward or let go of? Write these down or create a vision board to keep them in sight. Over time, this practice of yearly reflection can become a way of reset or refocus, and it'll realign you with your values. It's a simple tradition, but it can have a lasting impact on how you approach each new year. Self-reflection is a journey, not a destination. It's a tool that helps us to see where we're at and understand where we've been and imagine where we want to go. Every time you take a moment to look inward, you're building a stronger connection to yourself and creating space for growth. The beauty of reflection is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Even small moments of honesty with yourself can lead to big changes over time, whether it's through journaling, quiet thought, or simple questions. Self-reflection is about making sense of your story and finding the courage to shape it. And as you move forward, remember that self-reflection is always there for you. It's a tool that you can use whenever you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or even when things aren't going well, and you want to keep growing. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to becoming the person that you want to be. So take a moment today, even just 5 minutes, and reflect. Think about what you've learned, what you're proud of, and what you want to build in the days ahead. Your future self will thank you for it.